This will be my audience for today's speech. Hello there, fellow classmates. My name is Dale Reddit, and today I'm here to share with you my persuasive speech. I did my persuasive speech on lowering the drinking age. First of all, the drinking age has been 21 since 1984, when Ronald Reagan had an act that made it that while he was still in office. While states are the ones who actually decide the drinking age, they will not receive government funding if they do not abide by these regulations. Even though I believe the drinking age should be lowered, there are some good reasons why it is what it is. First of all, according to a New York Times article, if the drinking age was anything lower than 21, it would just be medically irresponsible. They believe that it interferes with the development of the brain, and that it increases your chances of alcoholism and binge drinking. They're just worried about the amount of drunk drivers that will be on the road. I know you've watched TV and seen one of the commercials. They're just talking about drunk driving and all of that. They're so focused on DUIs and DWIs, and they just want to keep all that off the streets. There was another article I was reading on the New York Times, and they were talking about alcohol getting in high schools because the students are still 18, some of which are still in high school, and they don't want it to get involved in the school system. They also stated that if the drinking age was lower, that it would be an increase in unintended pregnancies and the rate of STDs. Well, all of those are very good reasons of why I should stay 21. I just think there are more reasons that it's just a better choice for us to change it. First of all, when you're 18, you're technically an adult. You can join the military, sign a contract, be prosecuted, and even vote. In the CNN article that I was reading, there are fewer drunk driver accidents in countries where the drinking age is actually 18. And then it stated that driving with a blood alcohol content of 0.8 or higher decreased from 5.4% in 1986 to 2.2 in 2007. So that decrease just shows that there's less drivers actually on the street driving in the first place. Another reason why I think it should be lowered is that it's an increase in revenue. These businesses and corporations that actually make alcohol are actually getting a profit by more people actually being able to buy it. A crazy fact that I found while doing research is that the U.S. is actually only one of 7 countries where the drinking age is 21, and in 19 other countries there's actually no minimum drinking law. I always heard the joke that like in Ireland you can actually buy alcohol as long as you're tall enough to see over the counter. I don't know if that's true, but I know that in 19 countries there's not a drinking law, which is just kind of crazy to think about. I was also reading a study where they were talking about brain development and how the brain actually isn't developed to about the age of 25. If that's true, then even at 21 your brain still isn't fully developed. So if they're so worried about brain development and alcohol, then why isn't the drinking age 25? I think we have a better argument for why isn't it 18 if that's technically when you're an adult. The main reasons that I think we should actually change is because 18 is being an adult. If they want you to act like an adult, you might as well get the responsibilities of being one. Another big reason why I think it should change is because being in college, you like to find yourself and you try new things, and a lot of people try alcohol for the first time. So if you're in college and you're only 18 or 19 or 20, you're not even old enough to legally drink. Kids do this anyway, which actually causes for a bigger risk to them because they're going to be hiding it because they don't want nobody to know because they're not old enough to which causes them to drive and either get in accidents or pulled over, or whatever the case may be. A big reason I found out while reading an article was they were talking about tolerance, and the older you are, the more tolerance you have, which is definitely not true. Tolerance isn't about age, and drinking is not about tolerance. Drinking is all about responsibility. Tolerance doesn't have an age, so I mean, you can be 18 with a greater tolerance than somebody who's 40. It has a lot to do with actually weight and a whole bunch of different factors that actually involve tolerance. You just have to be responsible in drinking at the end of the day. I think that if you're able to vote and serve your country, that you should definitely be able to buy a beer. And then with this thing about college students and high school students, I think that if we just change it, I mean, it would just be safer for them at the end of the day, because we can actually monitor them while they're actually drinking instead of them trying to hide it from us. I was reading an article by the name of the guy was named Lawrence Steinberg. He's actually a psychology professor at Temple University. He did an article, and it was about the drinking age in college and high school students. How he was talking about in college half the people are of age, half of them aren't. But he also believed that it shouldn't be 18 because of the fact that people are still in high school. So he made a great point of if we actually change it to 19, that the alcohol would stay out of high schools, but still make it able for college students to get the full experience. There was actually an article I was reading. It was another New York Times article, and it stated that countries that use 18 for both driving age and the drinking age have actually safer highways in the United States. If that is true, then we should definitely see what they're doing over there, so we can try to incorporate that into what we're doing. I definitely believe that the evidence of why the drinking age is still 21 is very important, and that we should not overlook that. Definitely do not think people should be drinking and driving, any of that. But I also believe that since you're 18, you should be able to buy a beer. At the end of the day, I think we just need to take a look at what they're doing overseas, so that we can incorporate that into how we do things. Because if they have safer highways and their drunk drivers rate is less than ours, that they must be doing something right. I couldn't really find any evidence on that online. There wasn't really any articles trying to compare and contrast the two. But the evidence that I did find supported that it is definitely safer over there, and that if they're doing it, then we can too. Thank you. That is all I have for today.